Christina Gerasimov and Albin Kurti, please.
Thank you. We have a 3D relationship with the United States: defense, development, and diplomacy. When it comes to defense, we did co-deployment a couple of years ago in Kuwait, and this year we are going to be also hosting country, not only participating one in Defender Europe 25. We're buying from US Javelin anti-tank system, but also Black Hawk helicopters. Because we have 48 forward operating bases in Serbia around our territory, 28 being military, 20 gendarmeria. And also Serbia brought close to our border, but also to the border of Bulgaria and North Macedonia in the southern part of Serbia, FK3 system from China, because they were buying this from China. So unfortunately, even as a social democrat, we have to spend in security and defense. I would rather spend this elsewhere, but it's a necessity, because you have to defend sovereignty and territorial integrity. There are no more internal sources of destabilization in my country that we cannot control or manage. But incursions from Serbia happen occasionally. Kosovo is now much stronger than 5 years ago. That's why I'm optimistic for the times ahead. The other D, development, with the shutdown of USAID, we are hurt because USAID did help us. However, we did very well in terms of economic growth and social progress and democratic advancing and rule of law being in place and in order everywhere in every municipality of our country. So again, we shall prevail in this. The other D, diplomacy, there has been a couple of tweets against me during the campaign. We got 42% in the end, which is much more than two other parties combined, second and third, who are right-wing. However, these tweets against me, I don't know how much impact they had. We didn't do a proper analysis yet, and I don't know whether it can be really measured. However, I think that we will be able to navigate. On the other hand, it's very difficult to know how things will unfold. In my view, US under Trump administration is dealing with Ukraine and Russia in order not to deal with Ukraine and Russia, because they want to have all the time, nerves and energy for this other struggle with People's Republic of China. This is my impression. So let's see how this will play out, but we have to have in our continent strong solidarity, but on the other hand, we have to strengthen our countries, each one of us. European Union has three important pillars. One is peace through anti-fascism, not any kind of peace, anti-fascist kind of peace. Second is European continental welfare state. Social justice is needed always, everywhere. And third is NATO security umbrella. We want to join also NATO, not only EU, to both benefit and contribute. So these three pillars are having some challenges, but I think that European Union has the necessary capability, capacity, but also rich tradition to come out victorious in 21st century like in 20th century it did. Berlin process is something that we look very much forward. In London, we had Summit of Berlin process in 2018. I liked very much the language and the content of the declaration back in London. I hope that we're going to see the same again. But the most important thing is this agreement on recognition of diplomas and qualifications of higher education. Because freedom of movement and freedom of the labor is nothing without recognition of diplomas. And Kosovo and Serbia still haven't fixed this thing. So I really hope that in London we will have this venue that finally Berlin process, common regional market, will be fully in place by having recognition of diplomas. What we ask from European Commission is to lift the measures against our country. My friend José Borrell, former High Representative and Vice President of European Commission, he wrote a letter to EU27 saying that the measures against Kosovo should be lifted. But as you know, with a silent email, they've put measures, but now when they are about to lift the measures, it is enough a member or a member and a half to say no or not to say yes, and then measures are not lifted. So we need measures to be lifted. We need to get questionnaire from European Commission, and we need candidate status. Not just because this is something that people want, but I believe that our country deserves.
Thank you, Prime Minister Albin Kurti, and thank you all. This is not the end of today, because we will have now a short coffee